right? When you're 8th in the land, you better create a gap out of the gates.
Yeah, their highest score on bars was a 49.625 in the season opener. And then they've had some up and down scores, so they're going to be really proud of that. They want to carry off that moving over to vault, an area where I feel like Oregon State can also make some improvements.
And then you mentioned the second half for Arizona. They make hay then because on beam and floor, they're inside the top 20. So this time around, on bars, you at least want to just keep it close.
Yeah, and like John Court mentioned, this is a great event for Arizona. This is where they've actually made the most improvement from last season to this season. So it's going to be kind of staying in that mode. Hit handstands, be clean, go aggressive on their landings.
It's interesting. You and I were talking before this meet about how you most times would compete against others, but you were always just competing against yourself. That was your biggest goal out there, correct?
Yeah, and I think that's the difference for athletes that move into this college competition. It's a little more pressure when you're worrying about what everybody else is counting on you for.
Natalie Briones will start things.
Very nice. Layup full. That's a great landing. That's a great way to start this rotation.
Natalie vaulted a 9.85 back on February 2nd. She's done it twice this year. Once at Utah, once against the Brown, reaching that 9.85 mark. Again, back home, Gilbert, Arizona.
First up for Arizona,
Emily Moeller now, one of those athletes to step in on bars. Emily on bars, 9-9 against Stanford. She's from Cary, North Carolina. Green Hope High School Superior Gymnastics, as well as Sunshine Gymnastics during her time. Emily, the daughter of Meg and Bill, had played some college soccer and college baseball at Susquehanna University as we await just a moment to get started.
Coaches scrambling a little bit here in the last minute. Looks like they may be rearranging the lineup, or I'm not really sure. The judges are just getting situated, though, so Emily having to wait to start this rotation.
It looks like Tirza Weiss is going to step in second for Bailey McCabe, is what we're told. That was a big exhale right there. Big exhale by Emily. As if to say, may I compete now? I've been waiting all week for this. Another big shoulder shrug and an exhale. Now she can go to work. Anticipation's got to be crazy.
Yeah, that was always a challenge for me to stay in the moment with what I was thinking about, not overthinking it. Huge to Kopchev. Clean handstands. Transitioning to a bail handstand down to the low bar. She needs an exclamation point right here. Double layup. Small hop. Aggressive start for Arizona on bars. In the lineup can score that 9-9 mark on bars. That's what Arizona's going to want to be shooting for.
Caitlin Garcia follows Natalie Briones in a 9.875. Caitlin from San Diego, California. Competed for a decade at Mission Valley YMCA.
Oh. Wow. You know what? That was the first time trying the 1.5 twist. She looked like she almost overshot the board a little bit, like her heels were up on that yellow zone. Let's take a look when she lands her round-off. Watch her foot placement on the board. Way up on that. Did not get enough block, and of course that's the risk with the 1.5 twist. Yeah, her heels were right on that. Take some bounce out of the vault and just came up completely short. Of course, that's the score they're going to want to drop. That was their first time trying the 1.5 twist in competition. She's been training it well, but just got a little anxious on everything.
I mean, the speed was just really zippy. You could tell everything got fast on her. As you said, not really able to take advantage of a true bounce. Muller starts with a 9.825. And we told you Tirza was moved into this spot. So Tirza Wise, who opened things up on vault with the 9.75, steps up and does so on beam now. Tears of Wise on beam.
Jaeger flip. Really nice control on this opening portion of the routine. Pack salto.
First time competing on bars, by the way, competitively.
Yeah, when I talked to John Court earlier, he said this will be by far the most freshman competitors in our season than ever before. Very impressive and a difficult dismount, that double Arabian. She comes off the bar, does a half turn, double front. Cannot see the ground when you're landing. She had really nice form in this opening portion. Nice fluid flip there on her Jaeger. And then her dismount, double Arabian. She does a half twist, then pulls into a double front, opens up, can't see the ground, so she's really landing. Everybody going wild for that one. First time in and very impressive.
Love it when that door swings open and you have that opportunity. The fall for Garcia in 275. So her mates will step in now. Sage Thompson, the first one out of the gates. Thompson with a 9.925 on bars. This talented, well-rounded gymnast, the Lehigh, or I should say the Lehigh, Utah native and the Utah transfer. 9.85 this year, her best on vault. Check the lineup one more time. That's why we're waiting. By the way, meantime, how about Wise with a 9.875 on uneven bars? First time out of the gates. What a day. What a day.
Sage, beautiful layout full there.
Leone started with a 9.875. Thompson will step up behind her teammate. That's what happens in college gymnastics after the struggle of Garcia. There's that 9.875. Abigail Martin with a 39.225. That Texas meet. Abigail went home to Texas. That had to be fun for her. On bars, 9.975, her best. Did that against Stanford this year.
Nice hack salto out of her release move. Shifting those mats as she sets up here for the dismount. Double layout. Wow, look how far she traveled. Tremendous speed. She whipped it off the bar. Another great routine for her. That pirouette right on top of the bar. Really generated a lot of power in her giant swings right here. And then watch her shoulders whip off way out to almost the end of the mat. But fighting for that landing.
And a change on vault as Carly Chavez will step in. Olivia Buckner, Carly Chavez on vault. Junior from Clovis, California. 9.825, her best on vault. It was a couple of seasons ago. She vaulted a 9.775 at Cal this season, her best this year.
Great layout full. One of the best landings I've seen so far. Nice position onto the table, snapping off, wraps those arms in. Just that small hop back.
We're seeing some juggling of both these lineups today. Martin with a 9.85. Elena Dietz, we see her perform from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Veteran of this program. She's a senior. 9.9, her best on bars.
She has a beautiful line Nice combination, giant half turn to the Tkachev. Finishing it out, double land, beautiful takeoff position, dropped in for a gorgeous landing. She has stunning form and lines on the uneven bars.
First time she ever competed in college. It was against Utah. It was 3 years ago. And she scored a 9.875 on bars. First time out of the gates.
Yeah, she's actually a beautiful bar worker.
Chavez, how about that? You get the call at the last moment. You post the 9.775. And right behind her for Oregon State, Sophia Esposito, the kinesiology major. The daughter of Christine and Matthew, who's from Melville, New York.
Great height there. All right, that could go 9.95, which would be a perfect score on this event. She had great amplitude, blocked off that table and went straight up. That gives her the straight down landing. That's the control that you need. Her shoulders right in front, aligned over her thighs as she landed.
As a two-time level 10 vault national champion prior to college. Think about that.
Well, brings a little confidence in to her freshman season.
Esposito, remember, had a 9.775 on bars. Beats with the 9.825. And now Sophie Durr, the freshman, Frisco, Texas. Texas state champion on bars 3 years ago.
Ray release right there, just looked like she had it. Her hand slipped off. She has beautiful technique on this, so she catches and then just, woo! Lost her gripping as she swung through the bottom. Right here, you have to have that dowel wrapped over the bar. Looks like, oh, she hit her wristbands. You know, when you hit your wrist, it just double bounces your grip into place. Just threw her off a little bit. Now she has to pick up from where she left off. Fighting through. Finishing full twisting double back. I mean, that is such a beautiful routine and a score they were definitely counting on. At this point, that'll be the one they want to drop. Finished out with the beautiful full twisting double back. Nice position in the air, plenty of height.
There's a number that will drop both on vault and on bars this rotation. Just shy of that perfect score at 9.9 for Esposito, at 9.9, and now you have the gold medalist Jade Carey, the Arizonan, back home competing.
All through college, we've watched her perform at double full. Today, she's just doing a full twist. Very easy vault for her, but you can see how high she is, how easy it is for her. I had a chance to talk to her coach, also her dad, Brian Carey, and talking about her training and how she's not doing full difficulty because the transfer back and forth between a double full and what she is pursuing to compete to try for the Olympics is the 2.5 twist. It's a completely different angle on the landing. It's too hard to switch back and forth, especially with Olympic trials and that whole transition coming this summer. So they're opting to play clean and obviously get the experience, competition, and contribute to this team. But outside of her college training, or during her college training, she's also doing all of those difficult elements, the double full and the 2.5 twists in training.
Following up a wonderful run of Allie Raceman, Simone Biles, and then the gold that she won as well. Beating Vanessa Ferrari. The butterfly that they call her, Vanessa Ferrari, the amazing competitor for Italy to win gold. Still some conferring back and forth. Sophie Durr. Allison Fears waits for her chance now. Allison on bars a couple of times has reached that 9.95 number. Matter of fact, got a 9.95 last week on bars. Allison said, let's get this figured out. I'm ready to roll. I'm feeling what I had at Texas a week ago.
Yeah, that was a tied her career high routine there.
She's a California state champion on even bars back in 2016.
Looks like the judges have figured out whatever they were trying to get organized on. There's been a lot of waiting around on the uneven bars in this rotation.
8.975, so they'll drop that one. Fears after the weight. Goal simple. Match what I did last weekend. Let's do that again. That's exactly what we need. Arizona again on even bars. 20th in the land. 49.146 their average.
She starts with a release combination. Sorry, just a high flying Tkachev at the top of the routine. Nice handstand position. Circling in combination with that bail handstand. Dismounting double layout.
Beautiful.
They needed that more than ever. This had been such a great rotation for Arizona. The lowest score they had until that fall was a 9.825. So this is still going to turn out to be a great second rotation. Big double layout right here above that high bar. And a clean landing.
They see Carrie's 9.875 on vault, understanding that was her number, 9.875 for Jade, and now we await what Allison may have earned after matching her career best a week ago. Take a peek at how it's stacked up for vault. You obviously dropped the fall and a 49.2 on vault for Oregon State. It's just above their average. Their best on the season, 49.350. And that ticks just above their average.
Nope. Head to floor exercise next. See Jake Carey in the anchor spot there as well.
That's where she earned her gold medal. 9.875 it looks like for Fears. So a 49.25 for Arizona on uneven bars. That's shy of their best on the season, but yet above their average. 49.25 the average, 49.15 basically. And so we will step away. About a 1.5 lead at this point for the visitors from Oregon State. Second half. John Court hopes that his team can create a little bit of movement up those standings. You always have that Olympian looking down the pipe, though.